All right, we're live. Go ahead.
Hey guys, how's everyone doing this evening? Welcome to our Sunday night team call. So we're super excited to have everybody here. We're going to do a little recap from the rally as well as get into our theme tonight. So Mr. Anthony is coming.
All righty. I'm here. Just trying to make sure we can see everybody. There we go. Make room. No, okay. All right. So we're talking a little bit tonight about the rally, which was yesterday, which was an amazing rally. Corporate came in and joined, and this one actually had conjoint efforts between multiple teams within the area. Shannon Hudson hosted, and I think I'm going to talk a little bit about what I enjoyed, and I'll let you talk.
Yep.
And then, so it was really, really cool. This one had a theme. It was very geared towards us blue personalities, but there was also a lot of information, a lot of exciting announcements, which I'm sure some of you have already seen. But one of the things I really enjoyed, it had a theme. So it was 70s theme. If anyone hasn't seen any of the pictures or the videos that were posted from the rally. But I thought it was really, really great because there was more men there than I'm used to seeing, I think. And they actually had men who were giving interviews on their Young Living experience. But also you could just feel the energy of the people there, which was really, really great. And like I mentioned, we got a lot of great information. I know that savvy's probably not in my vein as a man because I don't wear makeup, but I thought that was pretty interesting, the savvy presentation. I did enjoy that because sometimes we don't know what we don't know. So for those who are interested in Savvy Minerals, a lot of exciting announcements coming down the pipeline for that. But that's just a brief overview of some of the things I enjoyed. What did you enjoy about the rally?
I think I enjoyed a lot of, especially corporate. I think I always enjoy hearing corporate's part. Because even for me, the lady from the foundation that spoke, just how she even came back to oils, that smell, it's exciting to know the connection between a smell and a memory. And the fact that she sought out Young Living, she's like, I have to work there. So when she went to Utah, she sought out Young Living and got her job. And it's just some phenomenal stories. Because sometimes we think about people in corporate, like most companies, where it's there's people that are hired, and I'm sure there are still some people in Young Living that are just hired, but she also is a platinum leader. You know what I'm saying? So not only does she work for Young Living, but she also sees the importance of that residual income building something outside of her job as well.
Yeah. So all in all, I give, like I said, this event actually was pretty phenomenal. If you didn't have a chance to make it a goal to get to the next one.
Yes, April. Make sure you mark your calendars now. Again, we have gotten all the dates for the rallies all through 2018. There is no excuses, no reasons for you not to attend these rallies. It is so important to community. It's so important to your business to get all of your people in front of other like-minded people. It's so, so important. So start talking it up now. Start building for it now. If you're out of state, no matter where you are, there's probably a location somewhere near you. And if not, then you create it. You can sign up to be a host and you can have people just in your living room and just make it a fun event.
Yeah. So in line with tonight's call and the topic that we're going to talk about, one of the things that occurred at the rally was there were many stories, people's experiences in Young Living. And so we're going to share some of those with you guys. But I also think that the topic that's appropriate for it is the power of perseverance, because sometimes we do get discouraged in our business, right? We do find it difficult to do certain aspects of the business, and we say, hey, either I don't want to do this as a business, or I don't see myself getting to those levels that we see in the in our commission statement. Sometimes we don't see ourselves there, and some of the experiences that were brought out at the rally. I'll share Jeff's experience. He was from corporate. Was he the U.S. sales manager, I believe? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, to talk about perseverance. Thank you, Sashina. But I just loved his story because not only was he a guy, Eastern sales manager, but he talked about how we have the desire to quit and when we fail, and how failure is actually the best teacher that we can possibly have from the standpoint of learning from our mistakes and seeing what we could do better. So he gave this story where he talked about his daughter and how his daughter was on the dance team. And he said his wife was a typical dance mom. She really pushed and wanted their daughter to be the best on the team. So evidently there was a solo spot that opened up, and she's like, hey, we got the money. I want you to pay to have my daughter get that solo spot. And so they went to dance competition, and everyone on the dance team that his daughter was on won. Was it a gold medal? I think it was gold, but silver was the lowest that you could get. Platinum to gold. Thank you, Tashina. So I think it was platinum, gold, silver. Silver was the lowest you can get. Everyone, yeah, it sounded like a participation medal. So everyone who was on his daughter's dance team received a platinum or a gold medal. And keep in mind that, remember, they wanted their daughter to be the soloist, so they paid to get her that position. And their daughter actually got a silver medal. She got the participation medal that Tashina had mentioned in the chat. And so they were really bummed out. They, he actually started to tear up on stage just thinking about how it affected his daughter. And he showed a picture. All the little girls in the picture are showing off their medals. And his daughter was in the corner with her arms folded, covering her medal. Because she was ashamed. She didn't like that she was the only one who got a silver medal. And as parents, he said it really affected him and his wife to the point where they were thinking about taking her out of these dance classes, even though dancing was something that like his daughter loves and she wanted to do. But he couldn't stand the effect that it had on her not getting the best possible results that they wanted to. So fast forward a year later, and they did everything they possibly could. They hired a personal dance coach. I think one of them worked with like professional dancers. And so they got the dance coach to work with their daughter over the next year, came back. In the next picture he showed, she had this huge trophy. And she took the whole competition. Yeah, Dancing with the Stars coach. That's what it was. Thank you, Tashina. And so I thought that lesson that he was talking about was so powerful because then he said, what if they had took her out of dance? Even though this is something that she'd love to do, what if they had taken her out of dance because they didn't like the way it made them feel? She would have never reached that point. She would have never gotten that trophy.
Yeah, had she had quit the year before, instead of holding on one more year, she wouldn't have reached her goal. And so I appreciated that point too, because it could be the same with us, right? So we might just need to push through this next year to make it to that rank that's going to get us where we are trying to be. And it might not be the end, but that might be just what we need to make that part-time income to make a difference, or what we need to retire our spouse or to retire from our position. If we just push one more year instead of giving up before the success. And I will just add one thing that I really appreciated in regards to that experience as well, because he said what made the difference with his daughter was having an accountability partner, but it wasn't the mother or the father that was the accountability partner. And he said whatever you do, like, and he had a list of things for success, and one of them was get an accountability partner. And one thing that like really opened my eyes, he was like, it probably shouldn't be your spouse. And so like that was huge to me, because I mean, even Anthony can attest to it, because I am always like on his head. Did you call this person? Did you invite that person? Did you do this? Did you do like
I'm being quiet.
like,
I'm being quiet.
and so that like kind of hit me like, oh my goodness, because it has to be somebody that is going to really mentor and coach you, that you respect enough to, when they tell you the hard things, you're gonna listen, right? So I even think about like some of my friendships with my own team members, and granted, I don't know how they view me, but I would say sometimes you have too close of relationships with people, and I might be pushing, or they might be pushing, but because it's a little too close of a relationship, it's not going to be what's going to motivate and move them to where they need to be. They might need to find a cross-line accountability partner. They might need to find somebody somewhere else that they can be accountable for, and that they respect, love, and they're like, that person's not going to let them off the hook. They're not going to be like, when they're like, no, I'm tired, and they'll be like, okay, well, she's tired, so she's not going to do it. Like, so I thought that was huge, huge, huge. And I know, especially running hard in this year, I'm like, that's what I need to look for. Like, really, really have a accountability partner that I love, respect, and that's going to push me to keep going.
And they mentioned it may not even be your upline.
Yeah.
Your upline may not even be your accountability partner. But I also thought it was very interesting too, because you know his whole point was, for his daughter's success was just around the corner, and very likely we could be one of those individuals that quit just before we hit success. And so I thought it was interesting, because I even turned to you and I said something when Shannon pulls everybody up on stage who have hit rank. She pulls all the stars, senior stars, executives, golds, platinums, diamonds. And as she's pulling individuals up on the stage, she's talking about the average amount of money that rank makes. But I look at the average amount of time that's on the far right side of the income disclosure statement, that how long does it take for that person to achieve that rank? Because at Star, you know, making about 79, 80 bucks a month, it may not seem like a lot to individuals, but Shannon brought out that pays for your oils, right? You get your oils paid for. At Senior Star, you're making a little bit more in the executive, and so on. And having an extra $500, $1,000, or $2,000 a month can change your life dramatically, right? So it really impressed upon me when she said, how long are you willing to work to get to that point, to change your life dramatically? And she had us close our eyes and imagine what that would look like. And so I think it's very interesting, because there were multiple stories about individuals. Marlene's example, right? Yeah. Marlene's story. Her upline actually did not know her. She actually recruited her at a Walmart. And it's funny, the story that she tells, her upline actually wanted to quit the day before. And on the last day of her saying, I'm going to talk to, 10 people a day, and it literally made her nauseous. She was very shy, not comfortable in doing it whatsoever. On the last day of her doing that, she met Marlene, who is now a diamond. Who is now a diamond. And if you saw her, you would not even think that she would have been somebody that you would have approached, right?
I mean, at the time, Marlene was saying that, you know, she was on disability. When you say no income, she had nothing. Like, and she was like, I literally took my ex-husband's credit card to pay for my kit. Like, literally, that's what I did. So when people tell you they don't have the money, like, you can find a way. But she worked hard enough after she got her kit so that next month before he got the credit card statement, she was able to pay him back his money. So if it's right, it's going to be right. And she said, health wise, if you looked at her lifestyle, you would never think, oh, this is going to be the next diamond. And so I think that's a very key thing, to stop being hesitant of who you're going to talk to. And you don't know whose life you might be blessing this with. because for her, she was saying where she was health-wise, like she could not function, you know, because of her chronic pain. And I think she said she had metal in her back and, you know, all the things that she was going through. But Young Living came just at the right time to give her some relief and then also be a financial blessing to her. So don't hesitate to who you're going to talk about, because your next diamond could literally be just around the corner.
Did she say it was about, 9 years for her to hit diamond?
Yep.
And so when you look at the income disclosure and how much the average diamond makes, it's about, $70,000 or $80,000 a month? I mean, I'm sure Tashina will fact check that for me. But it's some ridiculous number. And so one of the things they stressed is if it only took you, let's say it took you 9 years to get to a point where you're making 70, 80, 90, $100,000 a month, not a year, a month, is it worth it to persevere and endure? And it's interesting because we work on our jobs, we'll work 40 hours a week on the low side for those who work full time for 35, some even 40 years. Yeah. Okay. So diamond is 40,000 a month, probably on average, but you can also be a high paid diamond. But they were saying, you know, if it took you 9 years to get to that point where you're making that kind of money, isn't it not worth the effort? Because, you know, we'll work for 35 years, 40 hours a week to get a pension or some type of retirement plan that might only pay us $700 to $1,000 a month. You know, so perseverance is so important, because if this is something that you want and you feel like you're not getting there fast enough, just realize that you have to keep pushing and push through, because as long as you continue and don't quit, you'll get there. When I looked at the income disclosure, for the average person to hit silver, I think the average amount of months was 36 months. So that's 2.5 years, or a little bit more than 2.5 years for the average person to hit silver. Now, we do have those who are exceptions to the rule and they hit it a lot quicker. Like there was a guy who hit executive in 2 months that was there. You know, so everyone's timeline is going to be different. But the difference between them and you is how fast or how slow you want to achieve that goal, as long as you persevere and don't stop. Did you have anything else you wanted to share?
I did want to just add the 3 points that Jeff did bring out. So along with a success partner was number 1. Number 2 was control the controllable. So another thing that he had brought out, a lot of times we want something for somebody else so much that we're doing things that aren't going to build our business and that we cannot control. So only work on controlling what you can control. You can't control how many people sign up, but you can control how many people you talk to today, right? Every single day, you need to be doing something towards your business. So if it's talk to 5 people, if it's talk to 10 people, 15 people, whatever it is, every single day, that's what you can control. It's a numbers game. The more people you talk to, logically, the more people that are going to sign up. The third one was be completely committed. And we kind of just talked about that, so I won't go into detail, but be completely committed. Don't be a wish-washy person. 1 minute you're into this and the next minute you're into that. Stay focused. Laser sharp focus. Be committed. This is your business.
Yeah. Okay. So let's open up the forum. Did you have some announcements from there? Or no?
Well, I was just going to do the rally highlights.
Okay. You want to do that now, or you want to open it up first?
Well, if people wanted to add something, I know okay. Kate had put something good in the chat talking about Shannon. I didn't get to read the whole thing.
My phone, so I don't know how to read the chat. Oh, there it is. Okay, so in the meantime, does anyone have anything that they would like to share along that subject? Or
I'm on my computer, so I can read what she had stated. She was saying that what encouraged her about Shannon's story is that she wasn't crunchy or anything. And at this second, she still doesn't look like a health nut. She's not skinny. She's not gorgeous or whatever a typical person would say a wellness coach is. But it makes it seem possible that a regular, not healthy yet looking person like a lot of the people on this team can still do this.
Yeah.
I did want to add too, like a different perspective, because I loved the rally. To me, that was like a mini convention, and it was awesome. And I have had the experience to be at a large rally when we went to the one that Scott and Brenda did. But being a part of any rally, if it's just 3, I also remember the time when we did it in Leah's living room when we launched Vital 180. Even that was fun and awesome and got us momentum. And the small one that we did in Spanish, like big ups to Dana and Leah all the time, because I've helped with the rallies, but I've never had to do a schedule. I've never had to do it from start to finish, and I had to do the Spanish one from start to finish for this time. So I want to give you guys a round of applause, because it is a lot of work and it does drive you crazy when you get all the videos and stuff as late as they send it. So, but it was just awesome, because like even though it was a small rally for the Spanish one with only 23 people actually attending and 28 people that said they were going to attend and 3 hosts, it worked the exact same. Like we were in our little chat box and Kate was like making sure that the schedule was adjusted when it needed to be. And when I was during the day at the rally, I was like, oh, I couldn't get this video to post. And Juanita, I don't understand what's happening with Savvy. Be ready to answer those questions. And it was the exact same thing. It was the community. It was the working together. And even outside of that, when I'm on the rally calls and people are answering questions of corporate and they're trying to get information out, and the rest of us jump in and we start helping answer those questions. And even like the day before, I reached out to some of my friends, because I have my little friends that I consider as part of corporate, like Jason Marin, he helps with the Silver Leadership, or Franco Silva. I actually was like in super green mode. I was like, I can't do this. This is not going to work. And I messaged people in corporate. It was like, oh my goodness, I'm doing a rally in Spanish. And they like gave me big ups. Like they took time on Facebook Messenger to be like, you can do this. You're going to do awesome. I know you're going to be able to do it. And it gave me what I needed. So like, if you have not been involved in a rally, you have to do it. Like I can't explain to you the boost and the motion and the happiness and the confidence in the business that you'll get from participating in rally.
Oh, absolutely.
That was true for, if I can just say real quick, that was true for me too, because my sister has like not wanted to participate like in the group stuff at all. But when I told her we were having the rally in Spanish, she started to get excited. And she finally got on Facebook and she actually did like an intro video for the rally, even though she wasn't like one of the hosts. So she got all excited. And she couldn't be at the rally with us because they had a meeting, but it was like, that was what got her excited to start participating.
Wow. I love hearing that.
Yeah,
Very
that's
good,
awesome.
Kate. Very good. Okay. Anyone else have anything else they wanted to share? Leah says she's closest to quitting every day before a rally. That is hilarious. It does take a lot of work, but it's so well worth it. Even some of the games that were played that got everyone involved, I think that was huge, because you had something to touch everyone's personality. You had, stuff with the foundation for the yellows. You had income disclosures for the red and talking about money. You had the games and the partying for the blues, and then you had information for the green. So there was something for everyone. So I know I really enjoyed it. Hands down, one of my favorite ones that I've attended.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, anyone else? We have about 5 minutes left. Anyone else would like to share anything that they enjoyed about the rally while they're on the call? Julie must not be muted. I thought you were going to say something.
I'm sorry, I missed it.
Oh.
And Dana, keep your hair. I love your hair. It is so cool. It's beautiful.
I agree. It's super cute.
Oh my God, it shows your face off. I just think it's beautiful.
That's hilarious. You know what? Ever since I was little and getting my hair done, I always like bangs, or I like something to mask my face because I don't like my face out. I hate having my hair back. So it's so funny because you're like the 5th person that had said that.
Yeah, it's
well,
super
you're trying to hide behind your hair when you have it combed around your face.
Yep.
So, this is a new you.
Let me see. Oh, I mean, Teddy choked up with Jeff's story. Oh, I have to tease him about that later. Oh, it was a great story. It really
How many people were there?
I know the event was sold out. Do you know about how many people?
Around
were there?
500, I think it was.
Wow. And the place that she had it was nicer than the other place? Oh, I don't know. Oh, okay.
It accommodated for what
I don't
we
know
needed.
if I would say it was nicer. I prefer the Tyrone Center.
Yeah. But I do think that that's great that, you know, they had some last minute issues with the heating at the Tyrone Center, which is why it was moved.
Oh.
But they still were able to accommodate as many people as possible. And then the event still turned out great. So, I mean, that kind of goes to show you that sometimes there's things out of our control,
Yeah.
you know, but the simple fact that we were still able to have it, and I'm sure everyone left that rally fired up.
Right. So I did want to real quick just reiterate. So the next rally is going to be April 7th. So Saturday, April 7th. So we can kind of just start thinking and, again, putting those dates in our calendar. Make sure that we start planning for it now. So, and then also just kind of recapping some of the new things. Like, so the Savvy Starter Kit is going to be coming out February 1st. A lot of people are excited about that.
Did they find a price? Did they find out what the price was going to be?
They still said it's around 160. They didn't give a definite price around it yet, but they said 60-ish. And it's going to just have select foundation colors. So it's not going to be every foundation colors, but there's going to be pre-select, I think the eyeshadows and was it the blushes, or that's going to be in there as well. But it's going to be so awesome because you'll get that foundation brush. You're going to get that misting spray. It's going to be like perfect size for just starting off. It really is a great kit. And that lavender in there, I think that's going to be awesome for our businesses and to try to market that.
I'm not going to lie, even from a male's perspective, the way that it was presented in the box that it comes in was pretty cool.
Yeah. And then also the lemongrass and orange are 10% off until the 16th. The rutabaga is back, a quick order only. The blue tansy, and then the Memphis Distribution Center. I think that was another big, huge announcement for the rally. So I believe for us Michiganders, that won't be full in effect till April. But the cool thing is, once it is, we have the option of 2-day shipping, which is going to be awesome. And there's some people as well that'll be a little bit closer that'll have the option of 1-day shipping. So that's going to be awesome.
So that rally, are you guys getting together with Shannon again in April, or is this another, you guys are doing it yourselves this time?
I'm not sure. I would prefer to do it myself, but I'm not sure if we have you and everything.
I mean, with Shannon having her March event, I don't think that she's planning, because she stated, if you guys have a rally, post your next rally in my thing. So it didn't sound to me like she was planning on doing it again.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least in April, because I don't think corporate will come back that many times. I mean, we had the opportunity for corporate to come in, and that's just the feeling that I got.
Mm-hmm. You chewing sleek gum, girl? Is that sleek?
It better be.
Yes, no. It is. Yes, it is.
So really quickly, I want to talk about, because we got to end the call in about 2 minutes. But there was something that really stuck with me that I just want to reiterate is Young Living, when they did their projections for 2017, they only expected to grow by 6%. Mm-hmm. As a company, we grew by 33%. Why they were having so many issues with shipping towards the end of the year. And so I think that's phenomenal, the fact that, you know, we were able to grow so much, and that's all because of everyone doing their part. And so in line with the topic that we were talking about, the power of perseverance, set your goal for the year. It's still early in January. How much would you like to grow by? How much would you like to rank up? What would you like to see your checks look like by the end of the year? And then measure that against what the goal that you set towards the end of the year. Now is the time to set those goals. Just like Young Living set for themselves 6% growth last year, and they were blessed with more than a 30% growth, we can do the same for ourselves. So I encourage everyone to persevere and continue, because everyone's doing a great job. And even if you're not in the the place where you want to be right now. Don't give up because you will get there. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and end the call and sign off for you guys. Thank you for everyone who tuned in.
Yay.
We enjoy every week having everyone on the call. It really is beneficial, and I'm hoping that you guys are enjoying it as well. So everyone take care, stay healthy. Oh, team party. That is the 21st, 5:30. Did we say, Tashina? So we are having a team party. We'll be experimenting with oils and beer. What was the name of the location again, Tashina?
Rustic Leaf Brewery on M59 in Waterford.
So feel free to join us. There is a Facebook event that is actually posted. Is it posted in Happy Oilers, Tashina?
Yep. Anyone that's in Happy Oilers is invited and should be able to see it.
So all the information is there, and hopefully we can all get together. We're going to try to make this a once-a-month thing, just where we get together, enjoy each other's company, and make it our own personal rally forth every month. So look forward to seeing you guys there. But until then, everyone have a good night, and we'll talk to everyone soon. Good night.
Bye.
Good job. That's good. They're good. They're such a great couple.